Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys special event figure preview video. Now right off the bat, I want to say a huge thank you to Ryan Kirkwood for going out in person and snapping these badass pics. Show him some love down in the comments below, because without Ryan, this video series isn't possible. Also, if you are looking to pick up the Clone Wars version of Darth Maul, because spoiler alert, that's the figure we're going to be taking a look at today in this very video, he is going up right now with toyswonderland.com. Link is down below for that. Also, if you are a fan of paying off your figures over time, there are 12-month installment plans now available. Also, if you do like early access content and would like a 5% off code for toyswonderland.com, why not hit that join button and find out more about Justin's collection. Plus, hit the subscribe and bell notification icon as well, if you're so inclined. Let's talk about the figure himself. I apologize for the lateness of this video, but he didn't go up on display at Secret Base because they were saving him for their new special store, the 20th anniversary store, and it's open now, so Ryan was able to go in and snap some pics. Starting off with, of course, Darth Maul. Here are his legs. They're a little bit less interesting to me than what we got with the solo version of Darth Maul. I thought that maybe they would have used some of the parts, but then again, no, in Clone Wars his legs were a lot more sleek, especially in Season 7, and you can really see that here. They're still very clearly robotic, and I wouldn't be surprised if they were using the exact same underlying body, because of course they still connect at the lower joint for the knee. It's the exact same style of connection method, but it's just a completely different style of leg. They look really good, they're very nicely dry brushed, but honestly, they kind of look a little bit animated versus the entire rest of the figure, which has gone for that more realistic aesthetic. I like the realism, because if you think about it, if this was a proper animated style figure, and then you're popping him alongside your Clone Wars, or even your Episode 3 version of Anakin or Obi-Wan, it just wouldn't work. They don't really mesh, so I'm glad that they've gone with the realistic look. You can see though, they are fairly nicely weathered. Who knows if the lighting in the actual venue itself is throwing off the look of these pieces. Maybe they look even more metallic in person. Ryan told me they look really good, but as I said, the lighting in the store wasn't ideal. Now here we have the outfit. The outfit looks quite good, but it's also done in a bit of an interesting way. There isn't really any weathering in the seams or around the bottom of the pockets or in the high traffic areas such as the knees and also on the front of the knees. On the outfit, it is super crisp and super clean. Maybe that's the look they were going for, and that's perfectly fine, but for me, it's a really stark contrast to the rest of the outfit, such as the legs and even this belt area. You can see it's really worn and weathered. Even on the pleather bits, there does appear to be some spackling and pieces of dirt and debris spattered here and there, and I really like that. I'm not asking for anything crazy in terms of weathering, just a very subtle airbrushing of maybe some black down the seams, just to bring the entire thing to life and make it look not so flat. Here we have the gauntlets. They're very similar to what we've seen on Anakin, but of course they are completely different, just one sculpted rubber piece. Fingers crossed they've done away with those horrible fake leather vinyl pleathery style pieces that go over the wrist pegs. They're black anyway, guys. You don't need to hide them. You can't see them. You pull down the gauntlet piece and it covers up the wrist pegs perfectly fine. Here we have the lightsaber though, and I really like the design of this. Number one, it looks nice and metallic, so that's definitely a plus. Also, it's very nicely weathered. You can see a bunch of different styles of paints. You got the pop of red, of course, on the buttons, and you do also have the rubbery bluish color of the grip. I do like that section towards the top of the emitter end, where it's got a bunch of holes. I don't know what about that works for me. It just does. It looks like a proper mechanical piece, and it looks kind of kit-bashed. I love the way it comes across. Maul has always been a very interesting character. His arc throughout the Clone Wars and of course into Rebels is really done intriguing, and I love the fact that his lightsaber kind of reflects his path on the journey that he's on. I really like this one. Now of course, here we have the torso. It's fully painted this time because of course you can remove the outer robes and show the torso and the arms, which are also fully painted, not like the solo version of Maul, which didn't have that. So this is technically a slightly different body. I would assume though, underneath the robes on the solo Maul, you still have the same sculpting, it's just unpainted, whereas this one is fully painted. Number one, I love the way it looks. It looks like body paint, and yes, it might look like, you know, a little bit gimmicky in the way they've done it because it's not as realistic as if someone's skin was actually red and black. I get it. But then again, in the film, it was just body paint because that's technically how they applied it. So this worked perfectly fine for me. It looks fake, but in a way, that's really authentic to the movie, and I think they've captured that very, very nicely. I love also the sculpted sort of hair over the top there. It looks like they've painted it literally over his regular chest. I love the rest of the outfit. I love the shoulder pads. He looks big and beefy, but at the same time, he has a very slim silhouette because, of course, Maul and Ray Park is very acrobatic. The entire body and outfit setup I really do like. And here we have it. The head sculpt, the pièce de résistance for me. No, this is not the same head sculpt as we got with the Solo Maul. It's far younger, the horns are completely different, it is the same expression, yes, but there are far less wrinkles and far less surface detail to see here. It's a lot smoother and a lot younger. Also, it's a little bit slimmer, while it's still a little bit more puffy in the cheeks compared to the earlier one, the DX from Phantom Menace. This is still a completely different head sculpt. I've seen a lot of people raging and complaining, Justin, why didn't they change the head sculpt? They did. This is a different sculpt altogether. Maybe it started off as the same digital sculpt, they de-aged it a little bit and then that's what they went with, but still, it is completely different. Eyes do appear that they can move once again, which is a huge plus for Darth Maul. I love the fact that you can get very subtle sort of sideways glances like you're seeing right here. It just adds that extra oomph and personality on the shelf. Zooming out, I have to say, the outfit, in fact, the entire look just works for me. I don't know what it is about this Season 7 appearance of Darth Maul. It might very well be my favourite. Then again, I did say just recently the Solo Maul was, so we'll have to wait till I get this guy in hand and do the full-on comparison. That's going to make 3 Darth Mauls, or I should just say Mauls, by Hot Toys. That's a really good effort. You don't often get that many of the same character unless it's a kind of top-tier character like Darth Vader or, I guess, kind of Boba Fett, who's a really well-loved, well-renowned character. And I think Darth Maul, or Maul himself, has now ascended into that upper echelon of characters, especially for Hot Toys, and I'm very glad that finally he's getting his due, because this guy is a fantastic character. He's got a really good arc that I personally enjoyed, and the design is just incredibly badass. I personally cannot wait to get my hands on Clone Wars Maul. If you can't wait as well, he is up for pre-order with toyswonderland.com. Link for that is, of course, in the description below. Also, while you're down there, check out the link to 6 Scale Network, the awesome Facebook group. Come along, chat figures, share photos of your collection, and of course, see what's coming up next on the channel. Check out Justin's Collection Plus right next to the subscribe button. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.